Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk getting started with Warhammer 40,000, and today we're taking a look at the Astra Militarum, and in particular the Catachans. Now in this video we're going to go through and talk about the regimental doctrines we're going to use for our army that we think suits the Catachans, before looking at a couple of units we recommend to get started with for the faction. We'll then take a look at some other units we recommend to expand upon after those initial purchases, and finally finish off the video with a little sample army list of 1,000 points for you to use as some inspiration for starting your own Catachan army for the Astra Militarum in Warhammer 40,000. And so, our regimental doctrines. First of all, we've gone with veteran guerrillas. This, for me, is just super Catachan. First of all, you gain the veteran guerrillas keyword on all your models, and each time an infantry or sentinel model with this doctrine makes an attack that targets a unit within 18 inch, that target will not receive the benefits of light cover. For me, this is, what Catachans are all about. They fight in jungles, they're pretty good at sniping things. Solid rule. Recon operations is the other one at the start of the first battle round before the first turn begins. Infantry, cavalry, and sentinel units. I mean, we're not going to really have cavalry in a Catachan army, but infantry and sentinels certainly. Units with this doctrine at the start of the battle, wholly within your deployment zone, can make a normal move of up to 6 inch. They cannot end this move within 9 inch of the enemy deployment zone or any enemy models. A nice pre-game move to shuffle about your lines, like. A lot of these, so many people with this particular rule think of moving forward, but a lot of this can be done to redeploy your lines, potentially pulling units into or out of cover depending where your opponent's firing lanes have been deployed. There can be a lot to do with this movement that isn't just moving forward. And so, where to start with, but the platoon command squad. The Catachans have their own miniatures for this command squad, which is pretty awesome. A command squad can have a variety of different upgrades. Master Vox will enable you to spread your commands out 24 inch so long as the unit receiving them has a Vox as well. Your Regimental Standard can get you some reroll wound rolls of 1, where each time a model in the Astra Militarum core unit makes an attack. And Medipack as well can provide each time a model would lose a wound in the unit on a 5+, the wound's not lost. So you can keep your own models alive that a little bit longer. Now, you do have some other cool abilities you can take, where you've got the refractor field on your commander for a 5-up invuln. You can take a variety of different weapon options in special weapons, along with a heavy weapon support squad as well if you want to. And you can even have regimental attaches as well, where you can have things like Master of Ordnance to help your artillery hit better, Astropath as well to generate you some command points, and provide you with a cycle, which I think is a particularly good option for me. Now, to go along with this command squad, I think, obviously, we're going to go with the Catachan Jungle Fighters unit. This is a really fun unit. So, weapon skill, ballistic skill 4+, strength and toughness 3, with a single attack per model. Though, every model in this unit has the last pistol there that they're going to be equipped with, and you can, for war gear, you can give a flamer to every second model in the unit, which is pretty cool. You've got your last guns as well, of the unit as well, and then you've got the Jungle Fighters rule, which is each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack and a modified hit roll of a 6 will score an additional hit. So you definitely can get some extra close combat power out of the unit, despite, only having that base 1 attack. They are pretty cheap for a unit. You're going to find, just a flamer. You are going to lack heavy weapons, and I think that's where some of the other units we'll talk about in the video really come into it. And so, if we are going to start expanding, it is certainly worth having a look at all the different Catachan characters. And the first of these is a HQ option called Iron Hand Strachan. Now, he is equipped, first of all, with his Devil's Claw, the Bionic Arm, for a -3 AP damage to weapon at Strength 6. He's Strength 6 at all times, thanks to that arm. He's also got his Plasma Pistol and Auto Shotgun, which is pretty cool. And he's got a bunch of special rules. So first of all, Senior Officer, while a friendly Astra Militarum core units within 6 inch, they can reroll a hit roll of 1. Been there, seen it, killed it. Each time this unit makes a melee attack against a monster, you can reroll the wound rolls, which is pretty cool. He's got 6 attacks at strength 6, and that bionic arm is -3 AP damage to. You actually can do some serious damage to monsters. He's got a 4-up invulnerable save thanks to his extensive bionics, and the Cold Steel and Courage ability allows him each time this model issues an order to a unit until the start of your next command phase. Each time a model in that unit makes a melee attack, unless the target of that attack is a vehicle, and a modified hit roll of a 6 automatically wounds the target. So this is pretty cool, you know, being able to get some auto wounds. It really does help those Catachans sort of up their power level and getting those extra attacks and then getting auto wounds through on stuff that might seem like it's so much beyond them. Sergeant Harker is next. He is wielding the Heavy Bolter, which is pretty cool. So Payback is his Heavy Bolter. It's an Assault 3 Heavy Bolter, Strength 5, -2 AP, Damage 2. Before deployment, you can select one Catachan Jungle Fighters unit from your army, and until the end of the battle, each time a model unit makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll of 1 as these become Harker's Hellraisers. He can't be your general as he's just a sergeant, and he does have a 5-up Feel No Pain, which is pretty cool. Other than that, Strength 5, Toughness 4, 4 wounds, and 4 attacks. You know, he's no slouch in combat at all. We then have Sly Marbo, because of course we do. Sly Marbo is fantastic. 5 attacks, 5 wounds, Strength 4, Toughness 3. He's got his Hidden Ambush rule where he can hide, and then can also get reroll charges for this model as well. He can never be a Warlord thanks to the Loner rule, and then like fighting a Shadow once per battle at the start of the fight phase, you can remove him from the battlefield and set him up 9 inches away from enemy models. Now he has his Envenomed Blade for +2 strength, -2 AP, damage 1, and each time this model attacks with this weapon and it's allocated to a non-vehicle unit, it becomes damage 2, which is pretty nice. With 5 attacks, that's a lot. He's also got his Ripper Pistol, which can do some mortal wounds and also stops the Lookout Sir rule from working. Now, the last unit I want to talk about are Scout Sentinels. You're definitely wanting to bring in something that can bring some heavy weapons to bear. And the big thing here is the fact they can take the Las Cannons, they can take Plasma Cannons, missile launchers on them. They can also have Sentinel Chainswords for a nice little bit of melee, which, you know, is all there. They've got the, during deployment, you can set them up 9 inches away from enemy units and stuff so they can forward deploy as well as potentially even moving with some of your other abilities. And they do also have access to those Hunter Killer missiles for a little bit of extra anti-tank weaponry on them. And so here we have our sample army list for you. We've obviously gone with an Arcs of Omen detachment here, and we've taken Colonel Ironhand Strachan as our Warlord. Now, he's going to have the commanding authority, where this model knows regimental orders in any command phase. He can issue up to 2 orders. Frontline Combatant is his Warlord trait, so on a modified hit roll of a 6 scores 2 additional hits, and he adds 1 to his wound rolls, which is just nice. So, you know, he's getting +1 a wound on that strength 6. He's going to be wounding a lot of monsters on 5, 4, and a lot of stuff even on 3s as well, which is really, really cool. And then, you know, of course, he's got the ability to generate extra hits. Now, we've got a platoon command squad in there as well, with an Astropath in there with a telepathic stave. This just gives us a Psyker in the Force and also a way to potentially generate some more command points. We've then got the veterans all upgraded. We've got the Regiment Standard, Medipack, Master Vox in there, and a Plasma Gun for a special weapon to get us a little bit of extra anti-tank weaponry. Troops-wise, we have 6 Catachan Jungle Fighter squads, upgraded as much as they can be with the Voxhusters and the Flamers. And then our elites are Harker and Sly Marbo. We then have 2 fast attack units in the army as well, which will be our Scout Sentinels, 1 equipped with Las Cannons, 1 equipped with Plasma Cannons, all with Hunter Killer missiles and Sentinel Chainswords, rounding out our force. If you've played with some Catachans, if you've got some ideas on how you like running your Catachans in Warhammer 40k in the new Astra Militarum Codex, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you did enjoy the video and you want to say something, leave us a comment down below and let us know what you thought. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community here at Cinderful Gaming, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description. Also down there in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel if you'd like to do so. You can either grab yourself some merch via our Teespring or Ko-fi stores, which are linked down there, or our Patreon and YouTube members where you can help support the channel, get yourself a shout out, and indeed if you're a YouTube member as well, get yourself some cool emotes to use in our live discussions or indeed on your comments on YouTube. As a special thank you to all our Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lau, Outer Shot First, Andrew Bowen, The Rising 8, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargaming, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Nicholas Conomos, Colorblind Magic, and Daniel Etherington. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariane Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, James South, James Tillman, and Dylan Areno. And lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see here for the channel, and to everyone who helps run our Discord server, all our mods, you're fantastic, and everyone who makes it a great place in there as well, and indeed to everyone who helps come and do the battle reports, and to all our sponsors on the channel as well. Thank you all once again for watching, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.